What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Cushwa Brewing Company, and they're out of Williamsport, Maryland, and this is their mini pants. So they're calling this one an English style mild ale. It comes in at 4% alcohol by volume, 15 IBUs at the time of review, and this can is just over 6.5 months old. So Cushwa, this is the first beer I'm reviewing from them on the channel, and they are known for their hazies, so I picked up their English style of mild ale. And the reason for that is I was in one of my favorite local bottle shops recently, Premier Gourmet, and I was kind of on the lookout for, a mild ale. I don't know, you just don't see a lot of them. I've had a couple over the past few months, and this one caught my attention. Now, another thing that caught my attention is it says, keep cold and drink fresh, like so many breweries put on their labels, and I can't find a can down date anywhere on this label, on this can, but I did check their Instagram. This one was released in late February, early March, so this is just over 6.5 months old. Before a style like this, we should be fine. Anyway, let's crack it open, give it a pour. Now, I'm gonna think, based on everything that I know about American breweries, this is gonna be one of those, dark milds. You don't see too many pale milds anymore, or I should say, oh my God. Okay, that is fantastic. Great pour. Is this nitro? This is not nitro, I don't think, but look at that cascade like it is nitro. Isn't that crazy? All right, well, I guess we'll sit here for a little bit. I'll pour a little bit more in there like that, and we'll just spill it everywhere, and I will reach for the paper towels. I always forget that I have the ones that I select the size, but yeah, this is great. I like this is the only issue with older beers. Sometimes things go awry like this, but we're not going to pour any more. I'm going to put this can over here like this, and we are going to start looking at the beer as a whole, as it cascades, even though it's not a nitro beer. Anyway, to be clear, this is kept cold the entire time. It was in the cooler. Anyway, so about a 37 finger head. But the base beer, it looks like a brown ale, and it doesn't look as dark as some of the dark milds I've had before. It definitely looks like a brown ale. It's like It's like dark caramel. You can see through it a little bit, just a little bit. Again, about a four finger of this khaki colored head, some big bubbles, but very tightly compact bubbles for the most part. Again, very nitro-esque, in my opinion. Let's get a nose. Yeah, that smells awesome. So we don't see here in the U.S. many mild ales, period. Certainly not proper cask mild either, because not many breweries in the U.S. do cask beers. And if they do them, they don't do them well. But I like that more breweries are releasing some mild ales, not only brewing them, but then packaging them. I think this is the third one I've reviewed on the channel over the past couple months. And that's awesome that more breweries are doing it, because I think it's awesome that to get like a rare style here in the U.S. Yeah, so there's chocolate, toffee, caramel. Nice, like biscuity, bready type of, like a brown bread. Touch of an earthy hop note, maybe a slight metallic thin copper coin. It smells so nice. Touch of like a floral kind of aspect to it. But more of that like earthy, dirty, earthy, like Fuggles-esque kind of hop nose. But I love that chocolate. It has like a nice, nice like 40-50% cacao bar, more of a bittering chocolate. That toffee, that caramel, a little bit of a sweeter kind of sugar component. Yeah, it smells real good, and it's starting to settle down nicely. I can just sit here and huff on this all day. I love the noses of dark milds. Like they're just my jam in a nutshell. I want to get into it, so cheers, everyone. Is this nitro? Like, it doesn't say anything about it being nitro. But if so, they've done a real good job kind of like replicating. I mean, a nitro wouldn't have produced a head like that, and then, obviously, dude, that's nitro. That's nitro. That's 100% nitro. Right? That has to be nitro. I think this is nitro. I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure this is nitro. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's nitro. Anyway, yeah, the body and the mouthfeel, like it has that thinness you get with a nitro. Again, it's 4%, so you're kind of expecting it. But it has such a creamy, soft, smooth, nitro-esque feeling to it. A little bit of a mustache here. Yep. Yeah, so this is higher side of light body. Again, has a nitro-esque kind of mouthfeel to it. That how it cascaded definitely looked nitro to me. It doesn't say anything on the side. Didn't say to pour hard. To be fair, if I would have poured this super hard, I think it would have spilled everywhere. But if it's not nitro, this is the best, like, cask replicated beer that I've ever seen that's not nitro, right? Like, it's crazy. But anyway, the flavors, very akin to the nose. It has that chocolate, like that baker's chocolate. There's toffee, there's caramel. There's toasty, like brown bread, biscuity kind of feeling to the malt profile right at the front of the palate. Passes through. Those flavors kind of start to intertwine with this earthy, dirty kind of, again, like Fuggles kind of hop note. There's a touch of a metallic copper coin. Maybe a slight, I was going to say a smidge, but a slight or a smidge of a floral aspect. Finishes semi-dry with a very mild bitterness, but it's not that sweet. So it's infinitely crushable. Like, now watch when I pour this in. We'll pour it in one more time. Watch it cascade. Like, you can't tell me that's not nitro, right? Because that's nitro. That's 100% nitro to me. Yeah, this is nitro. And I don't know why I didn't know that. When I look at Instagram, I just wanted to see when it was released. But yeah, this is good. I would say this is kind of in the realm of the one I did from Imprint, but I think I like this a little bit better. I think the body's a little bit bigger. It's not as watery to me. From that Imprint had a big watery body. It's light, don't get me wrong. You want it drinkable. And shout out to a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tour, Craig from Kent Beer Reviews over in the UK. You know, he said, you know, the body's kind of supposed to be like that, lighter, but I don't think they're supposed to be as watery. I know they're usually, you know, sub 4%, sub 4.5%, but that Imprint one was substantially watery, and I didn't think the nitro kind of mimicked what a cask feel would be. I think this is doing a better job body and mouthfeel, so I like this one a little bit more. I think the flavors in the Imprint might have been a little bit better, but I think I prefer this one. Not much more to say about it. As far as a rating goes on mini pants, obviously can't detect the alcohol. I have no problems giving this one a high 4 out of 5. We'll go 4.1 out of 5. I think they've done a pretty good job, despite the fact that I think this is nitroed. And if it's not, here's the thing. I think it's nitroed. As you can see, the nitro cascading effect as I poured it each time. I think this is nitroed. But if it's not for some reason, and I'm just fucking hallucinating here looking at this beer, this is one of the best bodies and mouthfeels as far as going for something within this style that doesn't have the nitro included. So yeah, price and availability, I paid $4 for that can, so you're talking like $16 4-packs. I don't know if they were at the brewery, but that's in Distro here in Buffalo, New York, so I think $3.99 for that can, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's fine. Again, you don't see many mild ales. If it's nitro, certainly adds to it, so pretty cool. And availability, we just started seeing Cushwa stuff here maybe over the last 6 months or so, maybe even a year, somewhere in that realm. We don't get a ton of their stuff, but we get a decent drop here and there, and maybe I'll drink some of their, pick up and review and drink some of their hazies, because some of them sound really good, but I just wanted to give this one a go. So if you've had this one before, post in the description box, because you're allowed to just take over my channel. Post in the comments section, post in the comments section and let me know what you think about this one. Have you had any mild ales, whether they're dark or the pale ones? Typically the dark ones, again, are the ones you see in the US. If you've had any, what do you feel about the style? Do you think it's good? Do you think these nitro beers that are kind of mimicking the cask, do you think they do a good job with that? Do you not? I just know that I'm going to grab more if I see some in cans or bottles, because why not? Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Till the next one, cheers.